Days after the Calcutta High Court warned the Trinamool Congress over post-poll violence, the West Bengal government today submitted a report on Lok Sabha poll violence to a division bench of the Calcutta High Court. The report submitted stated that the Director General of Police received 560 complaints of post-poll violence from June 6th to June 12th. Based on those complaints, the Bengal police filed 107 FIRs, while 92 complaints had no merit. Preliminary investigation by the police in 114 complaints revealed said that no offence had been committed. The report has stated, and that's what they've told the court. Today, the High Court has instructed the central forces will remain in the state till the 21st of June. On the 6th of June, 2 days after the verdict, the High Court came down heavily on the West Bengal government, observing that the state police must take decisive action to end the violence and that it must be stopped immediately. For West Bengal, election means widespread violence. And since elections happen almost every year, people keep dying in hundreds. More than that, thousands remain displaced, never can go back to their own villages again. Opposition party activists and supporters rendered homeless. In fact, that's what the victims of the post-poll violence in West Bengal have told CNN News 18 themselves. The police tells the court these complaints are not legitimate. Then who are these people? And why are they not in their homes? And why are they traumatized? Listen in.
আমরা খালি ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টি করার জন্যই আমরা আজকের অত্যাচারিত এবং লাঞ্ছিত। আমাদের সেই 4 তারিখ থেকে আমরা এখানে চলে এসেছি কাউন্টিংয়ের পর। আমাদের বাড়িতে 5 তারিখে আমার বড় ছেলেকে ওরা সকালে হুমকি দিয়ে গেছে বাড়িতে। তারপরে সন্ধ্যে 6টার সময় এসে আমার ছেলেকে মারধর করেছে 20-25 জন মিলে।
তো 4 তারিখের পর থেকে যে গণনা কেন্দ্র ওখান থেকেই আমি চলে এসেছি। তারপরে আমি বাড়ি ঢুকতে পারছি না। মানে ওইখান থেকেই মানে প্রচণ্ড ইট পাটকে যা সমস্ত ছোড়া যে সমস্ত মানে অত্যাচার করা সেই।
হ্যাঁ, 4 তারিখ থেকে আমি বাড়ি ছাড়া এবং আমার ফ্যামিলিও বাড়ি ছাড়া ছিল। 2 দিন হলো ফ্যামিলি এবং বাচ্চা বাড়ি গেছে, তাদের উপরে অত্যাচার হচ্ছে, বিভিন্ন খারাপ ভাষা গালিগালাজ করছে। আমিও বাড়িতে গিয়েছিলাম,
পালাতে হয়েছে বাড়ি। সেই থেকে 4 তারিখে গণনার পরের থেকে আর আমি বাড়ি যাইনি। তারা এখানে কেস করার পরে বাড়ি একদিন গেলাম, গিয়ে দেখছি আমার ঘেরে মাছ একটাও নেই। বলছে মুসলমানেও কেন বিজেপি করবে, ওর হাড় মেরে দেবো। আর তারপর আমার বাড়ির পাশে বোম ফেলছে।
Shahji Almi of the BJP stays on with us. Saira Shah Halim joins us at this point, leader of the CPIM. And then we also have Tausif Khan, lawyer, backs the Trinamool Congress. But first going across to Dr. Ranganathan. Trinamool Congress says all of this is bogus. It's all hawa-hawai.
Anand, I don't know what to say, but it's not about the TMC saying it's bogus. It's about all those pretenders who claim to stand up for democracy and who immediately after the verdict were saying that we can breathe a little bit easier because authoritarianism has gone less. Are they not ashamed of writing all those op-eds? Shame on you. They say the darkest hour is just before dawn. But where is the dawn? Is raat ki koi subah nahi, Anand? How many Bengal stories will you hide? You are hiding the 2024 post-poll violence, the brazen attack on BJP voters, withholding of funds to districts that voted BJP, blocking their water supply. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you hid the Bengal post-poll violence in 2021 as well. You hid the murderous attack on ED officials. You hid the Ram Navami violence, arrests of doctors who complained of COVID mismanagement, jail for sharing Didi cartoons. You hid everything. You hid slapping of UAPO on Bhangra activists, sedition charges on journalists, threats of stopping government ads, political murders, ethnic cleansing. Will you also hide the alleged systematic sexual assault and torture of scores of women at the hands of TMC leaders in Sandesh Khali? Where are all those New York Times and Washington Post lapdog reporters who accuse Modi of killing democracy at the drop of a hat? Where are they hiding? In which corner of Khan Market middle lane are they covering right now? Are you going to hide the suo motu cognizance of the Calcutta High Court on Sandesh Khali as well? The assaults on gunpoint as told to the court. The recommendation by the scheduled caste panel to impose president's rule. Anand, violence in Bengal has been given a free run by the government and the media. The signs go as far back as 2018 during the Bengal Panchayat elections. 20,076 seats in Panchayat polls went uncontested. Even in communist time, it did not happen that much. But people like Ms. Halim are silent. Why? Because for them, they speak truth to power and only Modi is in power. Didi is not in power. This is the situation they have reduced our democracy to.
Can I come in? Yeah, Anand, can I come in?
Yes, please. Please respond.
Yeah, firstly, we've come to accept injuries and murders as part of the electoral process in West Bengal, which is really tragic and unfortunate. Now, every election, be it panchayat, be it state, be it the civic election, be it the Lok Sabha election, has become a traumatic and very violent episode. It's not even been 2 weeks, and you look at how the opposition leaders, opposition members have been attacked across the spectrum. If you look at, since the result was declared, on 4th June, there have been 4 demolished CPM offices where, the pictures were sent to me on WhatsApp. And this violence is extended not only in West Bengal, but, even the Bhadralok capital, like, for example, Kolkata South. I contested from Kolkata South. And you look at Jadavpur, you look at Kolkata South, there have been injured party workers from opposition side across who've been assaulted by TMC goons. Now, you look at the final phase. Look at the final phase of the Lok Sabha polls. It covered 9 seats: Damdam, Barasat, Bashirhat, Jayanagar, Mathurapur, Diamond Harbour, Jadavpur, Kolkata South, Kolkata North, and they were full of violence, despite the presence of central armed security forces. I don't understand what is going on where every election people get murdered. The officers are vandalized.
No, but Dr. Ranganathan is asking that itna maar khane ke baad bhi you are in alliance with the Trinamool Congress. That's what he is saying.
No, but we have to do in the Kolkata, sorry to say, the Congress and the CPM had an alliance in West Bengal.
No, see, there is no comment, no. The left and the Congress are against the Trinamool Congress in West Bengal, but no comment has come through. Because centrally you are still aligned as one alliance because it's all got to be taking on Modi. So this doesn't become part of any press conference. There is nothing. There are press conferences for somebody's tweet and somebody deleting a tweet and somebody posting a tweet, but there are no press conference for what you just now outlined as being perpetrated on the streets of Bengal by any tall member of any political party outside of the BJP.
Okay, if you could just hear me out. 6th of June, it is unprecedented that the Election Commission has received more than 2,667 complaints, including EVM malfunctions.
Sarah Shalim, your audio is blanking out. We're not able to hear you properly. We'll just sort it.
Can you hear me?
No. The Skype connection. We'll just sort that out. Just give me 30 seconds. We'll come back to you in a bit. Tausif Khan, you want to respond before we go across to Shazi Almi?
Anand, you see, during the entire voting period, the Bengal election was divided into 7 phases. I mean, nowhere else, they conduct election like they do in Bengal, and huge central forces deployment. And even after the polling was over, there was a direction that 400 companies of central forces will stay in Bengal, and they are at present currently staying in Bengal. Yet, you see, during the counting day, during the election day, all BJP leaders, including Loket Chatterjee, I'm giving you a name, they said that elections in Bengal are conducted free and fair because they were expecting BJP to bring 30 seats in Bengal. That is what the exit poll was predicting. But what happened after they lost? Look at what happened in Cooch Behar. The sitting MP of BJP, Nishit Pramanik, a blue-eyed boy of Amit Shah, a junior home minister, lost. He had 14 FIR against him, including an attempt to murder case against him. And he is an alleged Bangladeshi. A Bangladeshi illegally staying. This is an allegation leveled by his own fellow parliamentarian. And he lost. And in the same area, we see these kind of reports coming. You see, violence in all forms has to be condemned. And I condemn it. Violence must be condemned, and every person who has not returned to him must return home. And must not allow BJP to set this narrative even after polling is over.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah. Sometimes I just wonder if Tausif can believe his own arguments. But yes, Shazi Almi, please.
I'm really shocked at what Tausif is saying and how normal it is for him to just be dismissive of all the violence and this evidence that we see right now, even right now on the screen. How hapless people, so many of them, simpletons are being beaten up, being brutalized. They look all bruised up. And what does Tausif have to say? He comes up with a political homily and nothing else. You know what happened in the last assembly elections? You saw how terribly marred the panchayat elections of 23 were and how many people suffered. And now you see a repeat of the same, and this history just keeps repeating itself. And instead of saying a word on what has happened, you know, there is just no awareness of the fact that TMC just stands for some POF tantra, and even if they won so many seats, instead of gloating over it, you should feel ashamed of the fact that you've used such terrible means to achieve your ends and have instilled this reign of terror which prevents people from coming forth. And you beat up people mercilessly. The people go on a rampage. They hit women. They gang rape women.
So,
you actually hang
Sandesh
people
Khali has
from
failed
electric
you. The
poles,
narrative
and you
of
think
Sandesh
it's all
Khali
right.
has already
That's your
failed.
normal. That is your normal. No, Tausif, you're talking rubbish, and you know that.
Past his expiry date. Sandesh
I
Khali
mean, if I were
narrative
you,
set
I
by
would not be
BJP
so happy
is past
with the
its
way I've won the
expiry
seat.
date.
You know,
Just look at what you do.
the fact
and
is, sir,
instead of taking
it's just
responsibility,
it's just 42.
you just look at you.
It's just
You are not
42 seats in
bothered.
Bengal. 42
You don't
seats
care.
42 seats in Bengal, but the remaining 500 seats pan India, we don't see such scenarios as we are seeing in Bengal.
Anand, just 5 seconds.
And we are okay with it.
No,
Anand
Anand, you
Ranganathan.
see,
Yes,
42
nowhere else
seats,
has
that's why
the
Bengal is
violence
important.
like there is
BJP
in
doesn't
West
talk
Bengal.
about Manipur because it has two seats.
I would like
Manipur,
to-
2 seats,
Tausif,
so they don't
I-
talk
no,
about
If
Manipur.
your
Why
heart
do you want
bleeds
to
for
talk about
Manipur, it should
Manipur
first
when you should
it should
be
first
talking
bleed
about
for
West
Bengal.
Bengal?
It should first bleed for Bengal. If your heart bleeds for Manipur, then it
No,
should
the
first bleed for
people
Bengal.
of
This is
Bengal has
political
answered.
vendetta. That
People of
you are
Sandesh
saying
Khali has
that a
answered.
democratic franchise cannot be exercised. That you cannot vote for anybody else, and if you vote or you work for any other party other than mine, you deserve to be beaten up. You deserve to be
No,
raped.
people have
You
voted
deserve
for BJP.
you deserve to be
People
hounded out of your
have
house,
voted for
and
BJP.
your
They
lands
cut
and
them
your
down
homes will be taken
in
away.
size.
Sir,
12
this
MPs
is
from
the
BJP.
case since 2018, Trilochan Mahato downwards till 2024. 6 years only I am counting. There are so many instances. Yes, Anand Ranganathan.
Yes, thank you. You know, to my good friend Shazia. Shazia, with due respect, hundreds of BJP Karyakartas have been murdered. There has
Right.
been large-scale exodus. There has been post-poll violence. There has been murder, rape, pillaging. Congress and CPIM have demanded president rule. What are you waiting for? For
Correct.
how long will you just keep
Well,
on complaining?
The point is, everybody says a lot of things but does nothing, and nothing's happened.
Yeah.
No, in terms of sense of justice. I have to wind up, and we're going to go straight back across to Varanasi. Pictures coming from inside the sanctum sanctorum of Baba Vishwanath, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is sitting on that asan where he sits usually every time he visits Kashi, and he performs the arti of Baba Vishwanath there, Lord Vishwanath there, beautifully decked, the shivling there that was installed and placed by Ahilyabai Holkar after, so that, and that was the resurrection of Kashi Vishwanath after the main sanctum sanctorum was brought under the dome of the Gyanvapi Mosque. But this is the one where the puja happens now, and this is around where the entire Kashi Vishwanath corridor has been built. This is Baba Vishwanath Shivling, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is offering his prayers and doing worship of Lord Vishwanath. We're going to take a short break, make way for brass tacks that follows after the break. Stay with us.